Hi, Woza.
Hi, Deanna.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Are we
It's
ready?
it's 2024.
Oh my gosh. Never in my life did I think I was going to make it to 2024.
At this point, we lose track of our age. We lose track of our minds.
Yeah, I hate when someone asks me like how old I am because I'm just like,
Now you have to count.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, wait,
You're like,
I'm in my 20s. I haven't made it to 30 yet.
somewhere in my late 20s is where I am.
I just can't believe it. And you know what? It's going to be summer before we know it.
I know.
I read this thing one time that was like, as you get older, it seems like years go faster than they used to. And like they look at it as like a fraction. So like this year is 1/29th of my life. But whenever you're 2 years old, it's a half of your life. So that's why like it seems like it gets shorter and shorter and shorter
Yeah.
because in relative to like the rest of your life, it is shorter. Isn't that kind of depressing?
That's actually really sad.
Yeah, I know.
Because if you think about it, I mean, if you put it that way, yeah, it makes sense. But I
Mhm.
mean, if you look on, the half glass, half full perspective, we
Pretty
haven't
empty.
reached half of. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Isn't
haven't
that
even reached half of
crazy
the half,
though?
half point of our life.
When I read that, I was like, wow, that makes so much sense. But also, like,
It's very, very.
damn it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Holy
Okay,
shit.
so are you big into like New Year's resolutions?
I was talking to Devin about it, and he's made his resolutions. Get fit. Get on top of my life. Blah blah blah. Just a very typical, very normal resolutions.
Resolutions.
And I'm like, I've really just stopped making resolutions because I consistently disappoint myself. Because the end of the year comes by, every end of the year we do a review, and then we're just like,
I didn't really
I
do
didn't set out to
anything.
do anything that I had wanted to do in the beginning of the year.
I feel like I think it's great to give yourself goals for the year.
Yeah,
But at the same time, why do you have to start at the beginning of the year?
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, missed it this year. Got to wait till 2025. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I've gotten to the point in my life where I've kind of stopped planning so far in advance because it
Mm.
always changes. And then it makes me
Yeah.
anxious. And then it's like, what's the point of planning if it's going to change anyways? So, like, I'm trying to do better about, like, kind of going with the flow of things, like getting my paramedic. Like, people keep asking me, what are you going to do whenever you get your paramedic? And I was like, I don't know.
Just have it.
I have to get it first.
And then we'll figure
and
out as
then
we
we'll
go.
figure it out. Because,
Yeah.
like,
That doesn't sound like you.
I know, but like, at this point, I'm 29 years old, and every plan that I have made for my life is not what I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
never thought I was going to be right here when I was 29.
Oh gosh, I mean, if I look back, 5-year-old me was probably like, "Oh, she's such an adult. She has her life together. She's gonna be married, have kids, have
yeah.
a big house,
All the
steady
things.
job." No.
None of the above, really. Yeah, so it's definitely different for me, but I've done that for 29 years and it didn't really work out for me. So I figured I'd give something else a try for
Yeah.
once.
My motto is just, my plan is to have no plan. Because then you can't be disappointed. Everything is a pleasant surprise.
Okay, I don't think I can go that far. That gave me anxiety just thinking about that. I can't do that.
or very soft plans.
I'm more of like short-term goals.
Soft plans is a better word.
Short-term goals.
Yeah.
Soft plans.
Soft plans. Like you can plan for far, but just make it really soft. Give
Like,
yourself
I
a cushion.
might do this,
Yeah.
maybe this,
Because every time I've set myself to like a limit or like a set plan, I don't know. It gives me so much anxiety. It doesn't work out the way that I think it will.
Yeah.
Things change.
Now, on the same hand, I think when people set New Year's resolutions, it's great and it works out for a lot of people. Not for me.
Not for me either. Not for me.
And like, I also don't like the like typical go to the gym, lose weight, stuff like that, I saw this girl on TikTok. I cannot remember her name, but she said instead of doing New Year's resolutions, can we vow to not do stupid things.
Yeah.
You know, like I can't remember some of the stuff she named off, but like tripping up the stairs. Can we just go all year without tripping up the stairs? She also said not stepping in dog poop. Go all year long without stepping in dog poop. I think that is a great plan.
Sounds doable.
Does it? For you, maybe.
Yeah.
I have 2
Well,
dogs.
actually, I've got a cat that doesn't know how to poop in its litter box, so.
Have you ever stepped in it though?
I
know
rolled
you
in it.
rolled in it.
I rolled in my cat's poop once.
I could not stop laughing when you told me that.
All right, guys. So
Please tell them the story. And I'm gonna try to contain myself.
I don't even know how it happened. I just remember my cat was like just all over the place, just like kind of like walking all over me, like sniffing my face and whatever. And then she was just sort of sitting next to me, and I was like, okay, you know, she's just sort of doing her normal cat thing. And I was wearing like a tank top to sleep because it was really hot that night. And I remember I was rolling over to my right side, and I just felt something cold and smushy on my arm. And I was like, oh my god, what is that? So I look, and it's just brown, just shit all over my arm, into my hair. And my cat is in the doorway just staring at me like,
I left you a present, Mom.
hi. And so I called Deanna, and I'm like, I just rolled in cat shit.
And like I felt bad for her, but also like,
how often do you hear that? Like,
and then she thought she had pink eye.
Oh yeah, and then I thought I had pink eye because I woke up and my eye was like all red. I was like, oh my gosh, I rolled in cat shit, and she gave me pink eye. She was so like in my face.
Daisy. Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
Yeah, my cat has like chronic constipation and like can't make it to the litter box sometimes. She gets Miralax twice a day.
Same. It's so funny. Everyone at work has gotten to the point where they know that I drink Miralax, and they're like, have you had your Miralax yet? And I'm like, hold up my water bottle, like,
it's there.
It's working on it. Oh man. So,
Deanna, please tell us about this game that we're about to play.
Okay, so it's called
Don't get me started.
Right. Okay, so it's called Don't Get Me Started. I saw this meme somewhere.
Okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I went down the wrong way. All right. Let's try that again.
All right. So I saw this meme. I don't remember if it was like Facebook, Instagram. I don't remember what it was, but it said that this group of friends plays this game called Don't Get Me Started. Mm-hmm. And they basically throw out a random topic, and the other person has to
get angry
about it, no matter like what it is.
It could be about like
this
puppies.
Oh my gosh, yes. So I think that this is going to be great for me and Rosa.
I'm not an angry person, so this is going to be really interesting.
Not angry whatsoever. I am, though. I'm always such an angry person.
Yeah. She's like, this is your road rage?
Oh my gosh, this girl does not know how to road rage. She was driving one day and she was like, stop! Like, blow your horn, Rosa! Okay, so do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll do the first topic.
Like you give me the first topic?
I'll give you the first topic.
Okay.
Let's talk about...
How long are these rants going to be? Just until we're done, or should it be like a timed thing?
Let's just go by feel.
Just go for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Ready.
What about cats?
Man, fuck cats. I hate cats. They're just little assholes because they just slap shit around. They scratch you all the time. They hide. They don't even give you love. Like, what this little thing just like lives in your house and it just fucks shit up all the time? Like, what is that? Who loves that? You know what I mean?
They shouldn't have box.
Oh. Okay, so are you ready?
No.
Okay, let's see here. Harry Potter.
Oh my god, Harry Potter, that is so like so mainstream, and everyone likes it, and everyone talks about it all the time, and I'm like, what? Magic? Wizards? Wands? And why are there 8 movies? Is 8?
I think so, yeah.
8 movies? Like, do you really need 8 movies about magic?
You sounded like a white girl just bitching about something because you were like, Harry Potter?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm impressed though. That was good. I need to pick something that you actually like though, because you only know Harry Potter because of me. So
true.
yeah, okay. All right. So hit me.
Hit me.
Hit me,
SpongeBob.
dude. SpongeBob is the stupidest fucking show I've ever seen in my life. There's this fat little star, okay, and then there's this little square dude. He's literally a sponge. Do sponges talk? Are they actually real? Like, and then they're stupid. Both of them are just stupid. Then poor little Squidward, he's just trying to live his life, mind his own damn business, plays a little trumpet. I don't think it's a trumpet. It's a clarinet. Whatever. Fucking wind instruments. And they're a nuisance. At SpongeBob, I mean, Patrick lives in a rock. SpongeBob lives in a pineapple.
This hurt you, doesn't it?
It does. I love SpongeBob.
This hurts you, doesn't it? I can tell as soon as I said SpongeBob, you're like,
not SpongeBob. Okay. Pink.
Gosh, how annoying is the color pink, and how girly is it? Like, and people who like pink, like they just make that their entire personality. It's pink everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so annoying. And then like pink, that's so childish too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, grow up.
Right. Yeah. Everything around you's pink.
I know. How terrible is that? How awful. How obnoxious is the color pink? Like this pink cat and this pink. This what is this? Guys, don't hate on the color pink. And Patrick, he's
Stupid,
pink,
right?
so stupid.
Fuck,
Absolutely stupid.
Fuck pink. Everything around us is pink.
Video games.
Don't even get me started.
Oh.
Video games,
Pop off, girl.
like you can't just sit there at a screen all day long and just move your fingers. Like you need to go outside. You need to exercise. You know what I mean? Like you're just wasting your day away just sitting there playing video games all day.
Brain cells.
Yeah, you really are. And what do you like? You're just killing people? Like that is just showing the youth of the world bad shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like go out, play soccer. You know what I mean? Like whenever I grew up, we weren't just sitting around playing video games all day long. Just
preach it, girl.
That's what's wrong with the world. I was, just for reference, I was literally playing video games before she got here. So. Coffee.
Oh my gosh, coffee. Coffee is pretty gross.
Oh.
Like, have you ever had black coffee?
That's actually really disgusting.
Black coffee is actually pretty disgusting. And, like, I think people just pretend to like it because they're like, oh, this is just a very grown-up thing to do. This is so, like, adult, and we are addicted to coffee. And I don't think we really need it. And, like, coffee creamer, like, you might as well just drink the coffee creamer and just add, like, a splash of coffee at that point.
Yeah.
And coffee, it makes you shit all the time.
Ugh. Although that kind
and
of
it makes your heart rate, like,
ooh, yeah,
go up there. Like, what is the point? Absolutely horrible.
She's drinking coffee right now.
Yeah, this will give us a heart attack. It's no good.
Yeah, don't do it, guys. Don't do drugs.
Don't do it.
Are you gonna do one more each?
Okay, let's do one more.
Okay.
Naps.
Look, you only have 24 hours in a day. Okay. And if you already supposed to sleep 8 hours a night, whatever. So say that's 4 hours missed in a day, right? So that's 20 hours left. And you're just going to spend it napping? Like, there is so much other stuff that you can do in this world.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You could go to work, you could clean the house and go to the gym. You know what I mean? Like, napping is just a waste of time. Absolute waste of time. And then, like, who actually enjoys the aftermath of napping?
Oh,
You
the
wake up
worst.
and you're just groggy. You've got fucking
Mm-hmm.
lines all over your face. Like, it did nobody any good. And you never know what time it is when you wake up. Because you're just like, what dimension am I in?
Yeah, it could be 6 p.m. It could be 6 a.m.
Exactly.
You don't
Right.
know.
You know what I mean? Like, and no one ever wakes up from their alarms from naps. I know I can't. So I just don't do it.
Don't do it. Naps
No.
are horrible.
Don't do naps.
It's the worst thing ever.
All right. Flowers.
Flowers. Oh. Flowers are just so. God, I don't have a bad word for flowers. They're so colorful and they're so.
Bugs.
Flowers. Yeah.
They bring bugs.
They bring bugs in. There's pollen. They make you sneeze. And some flowers smell really funny. They take up space. They take a lot of work to keep alive.
That one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then when they die, like, what do? Just throw them away? That's sad. And they die. Like, that's the thing. They die.
Everything dies.
Everything. Oh, so sad. And they come in all these weird colors and weird shapes. Yeah, and there's some of them are pink. A lot of them are pink. Oh. Like, flowers are the worst.
But you can buy me some.
Please buy some for me.
Please buy me some flowers.
You know what actually annoys me? I know this is like kind of going off topic.
What?
Tipping.
Tipping? Oh.
Tipping culture now.
Oh.
Like, you know when you go out and you order a coffee, like, we used to never tip for coffee. Like, it was like a voluntary, like, there's a tip jar, you throw in your change or whatever.
Right.
But now you go to like a Starbucks, you buzz in your card,
tip,
and then it's like, would you like to tip?
Yeah.
And you don't want to be the asshole that's like, no tip.
I will.
Oh, I'm not.
I for sure will. Like at what is it? Tropical Smoothie.
Yeah.
They're like standing there and they're just kind of like, I'm like, no tip. I'll make eye contact.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You're doing your job. Why should I pay you extra for doing your job?
Yeah.
You know, it's different whenever you're like a restaurant.
Right. When you're being served.
You're not serving me. You're just.
But it's just so crazy. Like, everywhere you go now, if it's like a coffee shop or like a little cafe or like a fast food restaurant, like, whenever you pay with your card, it prompts you for a tip.
They're already getting paid more than a lot of other people. You know, like fast food restaurants. You know what I mean? They're getting paid upwards of $18 an hour at this point. So, like, why should I tip you on top of that?
And I understand that everyone's, like, moving up in their POS systems.
Yeah.
Their point of sale services and all of that. And maybe it's just, like, a standardized system now to, like, offer tip. But, like, everywhere you go, it asks for tip now.
I already don't have the money to be spending the stuff that I'm spending.
I go there and I'm like, I'm not even supposed to be here. Like,
I was only supposed to get one thing. I went to Costco this morning.
How much did you spend?
So let me just set the stage. So I was on FaceTime with my mom, right?
Okay.
And she lives with my grandma now. So my grandma comes into her bedroom and is like, hey, Dana, which is my aunt, wants to go to Costco. Do you want to go? And mom's sitting there kind of thinking. And I told my mom, I said, I'll go if you go. And she kind of looked at me and I looked at her. My mom looked at grandma. My mom turned the phone around so I could look at grandma. She's like, all right, I'll go. So I met them at Costco and I was like, I'm not here for any particular thing. I'm just kind of.
You're never there for a particular thing.
Right. I'm just along for the ride. So I found these cute little like serving tray baskets that were only $20. I was like, okay, that's fine. You know,
it's the little shit that adds up.
So I kept slowly getting more and more stuff. Whenever I got to the register, it was like $160. I don't even remember what I bought. I blacked out.
Yeah.
So it could have been a lot worse.
Every time I go to Costco, it's upwards like $300 I'm spending.
Well, I didn't get a lot of food. It's
like, never food. It's never food. Like, you go in, like, the little, like, middle section where there's clothes, and you're like, "Oh, these are cute sweatpants.
See, I
Oh, these are
avoided
cute,
the
like,
center.
t-shirts." And then, you just sort of weave through all the aisles, and you're like, "Oh, I could use this."
Mm-hmm.
And you're
I
like, "Oh," and
avoided
then, like, you
that.
find reasons, you're like, "Oh, I could upgrade
Mm-hmm.
that."
Trust me, I was on the outer edge of it, but I never
Went
went in.
in. That's where it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because whenever I started looking at the shoes, that's when I was like, okay, I gotta leave now.
Yeah.
I have to get out of
Like,
here.
I'm like, I have a paper shredder. I don't know why I got it, but I have it now.
Oh, I have a tiny paper shredder.
I know, the one that they did,
Mm-hmm.
like.
My paper laminator. Still love the shit out of that thing.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like other things that actually piss me off.
Of things that actually piss us off.
Mm-hmm,
Nursing.
What?
Nursing.
Oh.
My career. My chosen path.
My chosen path. On the topic of medical things, what really, really frustrates me is whenever, okay, I understand that emergency is relative to a person.
Well, yeah, it's very subjective. Yeah.
However, there are certain things you do not need to go to the emergency for.
Oh, yeah. I'm
We
sure you
had,
see a lot of bullshit.
dude, we had a lady come in the other day. She was like 36. Okay. Came in for a pregnancy test. I said, you can go to Target and get a bag of 100 for like $10 of those little strips. No, she came all the way to the emergency room, not even like urgent care, to get a pregnancy test, and it was negative. We had another lady the other day, it was an older lady, said she had been exposed to COVID, and I was in triage, and we were like, okay, well, are you having any kind of symptoms? She said, well, I looked up the symptoms, but now I can't remember what they were. Can you remind me? That is not, no. Are you having any symptoms? Any symptoms at all? Well, my nose is runny. Mm-hmm. And then you've got, that same person sitting in the waiting room for 3 hours, and then you've got a gunshot wound that comes in, goes straight back, obviously, because they're going to bleed to death if we don't. And they're like, well, I've been waiting.
I don't think I could stand that.
I hate triage. I don't mind being in the back once they get back there.
Well, yeah, because you're like in the thick of it,
Yeah.
You're doing
But
shit.
triage, ugh. It is the absolute worst.
You're like, how stupid do you have to be?
But like the thing is, like, you have to keep your composure.
Oh, yeah.
Like we had this guy the other day that he was so drunk. So drunk to the point like he couldn't walk. And he told us something that, well, I guess I could say it because it's not HIPAA because you don't know the person. He told us that he had been in a hit and run DUI. He was
The victim?
the driver.
The DUI driver?
He was the DUI driver.
And
he wrecked a car. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he hit anybody. But he was messed up. He had 2 black eyes, had scratches everywhere, could hardly walk. So it's like, it was a bad wreck. I don't know if he hit somebody else or not. But at the end of the day, we still have to treat him.
I know.
And we can't call the cops either because it was 3 days prior. And he was still drunk. So I guess he got drunk again. And he was still hurting from this wreck because he didn't go to the hospital originally. So, like, we can't say anything about the wreck because, for one, we don't know if he's telling the truth. 2, like, it's not relative to why he's there today.
Yeah.
And, I was talking to Ben about it, and he's like, oh, I would talk so much shit to that guy and tell the cops and all this other stuff. And I was like, we can't.
You can't as much as you might want to. Like,
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that.
And I think that's the hardest part about, like, the medical field for me is even the people that I personally don't think deserve to be treated, I still have to.
Yeah.
So yeah, that frustrates me.
Yeah.
But I was like, it's just one of those things, you know what I mean? Like, I don't get to choose, oh, well, I can help you, but I can't help you.
Well, yeah, and then you have people like that guy who just admits themselves or just comes
Yeah.
in for a warm bed and 3 hot meals. Right?
We have a regular, yeah, and he literally checks in. He's homeless. He stays in the waiting room, and whenever he's hungry, he checks in, gets a meal, checks out. But nobody, like, they just let him stay there. And, like,
Does he actually check in or do they just bring him back?
No, he checks in.
Oh, like his name and everything. Like he's an actual patient. And
Yeah, we see it on our board. Like, oh, well, he's back. He never leaves. And he never accepts treatment either. Like, we've tried, like, actually, like, helping him medically. And he'll just straight up say no. He'll spit the pills out. Like, yeah. We had to, I wasn't there, but they forced him to take a shower at one point because he pees on himself. And yeah, not because he can't make it to the bathroom. He just chooses not to. So, like, he really stinks. And whenever he's out in the waiting room, it bothers other people.
Yeah, but like,
yeah. So we have showered him multiple times. And, like, I like helping people, but he doesn't have to be like that. He has a pocket full of money. He shows it to us. He chooses to be homeless. He chooses to check in 3 times a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a choice, like a voluntary choice that he makes.
Absolutely.
Instead of choosing to
better yourself.
Yeah.
Like using the bathroom on yourself. We have plenty of restrooms.
Why would you soil yourself? If you don't have that many clothes, like
right. And I don't know what he's going through.
Right, yeah, we can't.
I don't know what brought him there. However, if you can make it to the bathroom, don't do that.
Is that little room that he's in, like, does it have a bathroom in that room?
Mm-mm. But there's one right across the hall.
Oh.
Yeah. There's also 2 in the waiting room in that vicinity. I mean, obviously it's a whole hospital, so there's like thousands of bathrooms. But...
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's really tough in healthcare.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we vowed to make this choice to help other people and to be there for people when they are in need.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, then you have patients who treat the hospital like it's a hotel.
Yeah. I had this guy one day that, you know, rang his call bell, whatever. I go in there and he was like, "Can I get some coffee?" No. I said, "No." He said, "Why not?" I said, "Because I'm not a waitress."
Honestly,
I have water.
Nursing is not that far off from being a waitress.
First off, we don't have coffee down there for patients.
Yeah, in the ICU, we don't have coffee either. And I'm like, when the patients in the ICU are asking for coffee, I'm like, what? No.
Like, I don't know.
I was like, where are the downgrade
orders?
Who
you think this is? Like, right, exactly. Like, the tubing system, give me coffee. Like, and he was, like, flabbergasted when I said that. I was like, you're in the emergency room.
Yeah, coffee's the last thing.
You can get coffee when you leave. I was like, I can get you water. Would you like some water? Like, I'm not gonna go into the break room. Take your order. Like, oh, how do you like your coffee? Mm-hmm. And then go make it for you and then bring it to you. No, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. I'll get you some graham crackers.
I'm like, I've got
do you want a turkey sandwich?
We don't even have turkey sandwiches.
Oh, we have to, but
we have these little frozen meals in our
lean cuisines.
The little lean cuisines. We
have some of those
too.
We
have some of those in our freezer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we've got popsicles and juice and crackers.
Yep. Yeah, no, we have the turkey sandwiches down there. Okay. Just because you never know how long people are in the ER sometimes, you know, because they don't get, like, meal trays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like we do upstairs. So.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that, I was like, are you, I was flabbergasted that he was asking me that. I was like, no. I'm sorry, but I can't do that.
Yeah, it's tough in healthcare, but, like, I used to be a waitress, so, like, when I'm comparing the two, it's very, very similar. That it's, like, kind of scary.
I never did, like, food industry. That was
It was okay.
Yeah. Do you miss it?
No.
Oh.
But it was quick money.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of like people that like used to be waitresses and used to be in the food industry that they just can't leave. You know what I mean? Like sometimes whenever you go to restaurants and there's like an like older people like waitressing or whatever, it's just they've been a waitress their whole lives.
Same goes for nursing too. But you see
Hmm.
these nurses who are should be retired, and
Need to be
God
retired.
bless them for still doing what they do.
Yeah.
But I'm like, damn, Barbara, like, retire.
You can't even flip this patient.
I
Please go
know.
home. Oh my gosh.
But it is very similar to like waitressing, because I mean, you never know what kind of
Hmm.
clients you're gonna get. Some of them will be nice, some of them will be grumpy. They're gonna be really
Yeah.
needy. They're gonna want something a very specific way. They're gonna ask for crazy things, and you have to put on a smile and do your best.
Bullshit. You do. I don't. I.
Well, the ER is the wild, wild west.
It
You're gonna be able to
is.
get away with a lot.
It's
I
really
will be
yes.
written up for if I'm not.
That's fair. It is definitely different down in the ER. I'm just we had. Mm. I don't put up with it because like you came here. Nobody brought you here. You know what I mean? Except for like the, psych patients, but that's a different story. It's like I'm here I'm trying to help you and you're not helping me.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get better, you need to let me help you. Like that drunk guy. Like we got him all the way back there and he didn't want to get out of the wheelchair. I just want help. I just want help. Oh, you have to get in this bed first. And then the doctor will come in here and then you will get help. I am trying to help you and you're arguing with me. This is not the best way to get help. Being an asshole to me is not going to get you any help. Damn, woman. Okay.
Yeah, you guys definitely get the worst of it. Like, we get them after
us.
after you guys.
After we pissed them off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it gets worse throughout the day for me anyways. Like I start off like trying to be understanding, but after 12 hours of that shit,
Yeah.
like you just pissed me off.
See, it's very different for me. My morning is always really stressful.
Really?
The morning is really stressful because you're trying to catch them up on their morning meds, and then you have like ICU rounds, and everyone has to get blood sugars, and everyone has to be changed in the morning, and then it's like lunchtime, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, when things start to
Trickle.
simmer down,
Yeah.
all the dust starts to settle, and then it's just maintenance work.
See, it's a revolving door down there.
Yeah.
Like every once in a while you have that one patient that is there all day long. Like I had this one guy, he was confused, but he was naked. And he kept getting out of bed with a glass door in the middle of the ER. He should not have been walking. He was there because he fell. Okay? So you need to stay in bed. Every 10 seconds, I would turn around and he'd be standing there naked. He was there for like 10 hours. That was like 90% of my day was telling him to get back in bed. It was so frustrating. Like there were so many other things that I could be doing with my time here.
When I worked at the other hospital, we had a guy who was just like always getting naked, and the NP on the floor was like, just let him be naked. He just wants to be naked.
I mean, there's not a problem with that unless you have glass doors and there's other people there.
Just let the man be naked.
At some point, you just can't fight it anymore.
Yeah,
just let it happen.
Whatever.
Just let it happen.
You're just gonna be naked, and that's what you want, so that's what you're gonna get.
Be my guest, whatever. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. So we just kind of went off on a tangent.
Well, I mean, I think it was still fitting. We did Don't Get Me Started on things that we don't need to be angry about, and then we went on to being angry about
actually what we are angry about.
Anyway, this was very therapeutic, guys.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Our therapy session.
Yeah. Did you notice that it was mostly about our jobs, though?
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of going through like this existential crisis about my job right now.
Okay. I actually love where I am. It's the problem. Yeah, that was definitely kind of fitting though. But
I talked to my therapist about it, and she was like, because I told her, I was like, I feel like my life is kind of spiraling a little bit out of control, and I'm not comfortable with it. And I told her, and I was like, I really hate to sound like a brat, but I feel like for the most of my life, I've always gotten what I want when I wanted it. You know, I've never really had to
Mm-hmm.
really fight too hard to get to where I wanted to be up until this point. Where now I'm just like, oh my gosh, who am I?
What
What am
am
I
I doing?
doing? And she was like, this is a good thing. She was like, I'm kind of glad that this is unhinged for you. Like,
I love therapists
she
like
was
that.
like, you need this. And
I
also because
love
I have like
that.
raw dog in life right now, like I'm kind of like cold turkey to everything, which I know I'm not supposed to do, but I did. Oops.
Don't do that.
Well, I had no other choice because I couldn't get in to see my doctor to renew
Yeah.
anything. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just see what happens.
This is coming from a nurse.
I know.
I mean, I
Don't do that.
understand it.
Please don't do that.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not pretty.
No.
Well, you've done it too.
I know. Okay. Don't be calling people out right now. What is your problem? No, I don't. I haven't ever done that in my life. Ever. Yeah. That I love therapists that like call you out on your bullshit.
I know. She's like, you need this. She's like, I know it's uncomfortable, but I'm glad this
True
is
damn
happening
bad.
to you.
I'm glad this is happening to you. Oh my goodness.
She was like, you need this. I was like, what? What do you mean I need this?
I don't need you. I love
But
that.
I mean, it's definitely like a new feeling, a new experience. Just feeling like I don't have control in my life and having like this identity crisis where I'm like, who am I? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Where am I going with this? Because for up until this point in my life, I've always kind of had a plan. I've always stuck to a plan, and I've always kind of gotten to where I wanted to be without a lot of trouble. And I hate to sound really bratty about that, but like, I feel really lucky to have been in that position, to have, you know, been able to get to where I am and get as far as I have in life. But now I'm just like,
What the fuck
well,
am I
now
supposed
what?
to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone around me is like, Rosa, like, a lot of people are feeling this. Like, a lot of people go through this. Like, you're not the only one. Like,
see, that doesn't ever make me feel any better.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm not the only one feeling this.
Right.
However,
but it's still very unique to me.
I am still feeling it.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's like, how do I fix that?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I know in like certain situations you don't ever know what to say, and it's just like those like specific things that everybody always says, like, oh, you're not the only one, you know, but like
That doesn't really make anyone
you're not
feel
really
better.
making me feel any
Yeah.
better, you know? But you'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, have you had that experience where you just sort of like
My whole life,
your
actually.
whole life?
Quite opposite from you right now. Yeah.
See, I feel like you're in a place where you're just like, this is where I want to be.
Yes.
This is what I'm doing. I love what I like, you know.
Mine has been the complete opposite of yours
Mhm.
because, you know, growing up, I wanted to be a vet. You know what I mean? That's all I ever wanted to do. And then I lost like a couple of dogs in a couple of years back to back to back. And I was like, oh shit, I don't want to do that. And then that's whenever I started my existential crisis. I was like a senior in high school. And I'm like, oh my God, like I have to go to college because that's whenever like you were being raised like, oh, if you don't go to college, then you're not going to have a life kind of thing.
Crock shit, by the way.
Bullshit. And so, you know, I go to college just to say I went to college, you know. I did interior design, dropped out of college. I worked for Ashley Furniture for a while. Then I joined the Navy, you know, and I did shit in the Navy. And then whenever I got out, I did architecture. You know, I also was a security guard. I worked at the airport. Like, my resume is so long, but none of it matches, you know. And then I went into the fire department because I thought I wanted to be a firefighter. And that's whenever I found the medical field. And like, I was like, I like this. This is kind of cool, you know? And like, the further I go, like even, you know, my 2-year paramedic school, like the first year I was like, oh, I like this, but also like, fuck this. This is too hard. So I took a year off. And throughout that year, you know, I had that one job that hated every second of. It made me realize that medical field is where I want to be. And anytime I have changed my like
Trajectory.
trajectory,
Close enough.
okay, um, I've never gone back. You know, like architecture, I loved it, but I never went back. Interior design, I loved it, but I never went back. Paramedic, I keep coming back to it. And whenever I realize like I want to go back, I want to do this, it was kind of like maybe this is it,
Yeah.
you know. And now I have one semester left.
Yay.
I am learning the material. Like I realize that I know what to do in certain situations. You know, I know the answers to the questions. And like it's I can see it now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like before you're just like, oh my gosh, like this is just so far away. This is taking a lot of
Yeah.
time. Like I'm having a really hard time, like kind of staying on track with
Mm-hmm.
this. But now, like it's true though. Like once you get to the end of your program and like you see the light at the end of the tunnel,
Like, oh my God, I did
you're like,
this.
I'm almost there.
I'm going to tell you that because I'm going to pass, whenever I get that notification or check the website to see that I am a paramedic, I'm going to be done. I'm not going to be useful the rest of the day. I'm gonna, dude. That's it. If I'm at work, screw it. I might as well go home because I'm gonna be crying all day.
Oh no.
You know, because like I don't have a degree. I've gone to college like 4 times. I don't have a degree. You know, the only certification I have to my name is EMT. You know, and that blew me over whenever I got that one. You know, and I'm about to get my associate's degree. I'm about to become a paramedic. You know, and I'm almost 30. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. None whatsoever. But my whole life I have felt like I am not going to figure out my life. I'm not going to figure out what I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like I'm just going to be changing jobs for the rest of my life, not have a retirement, like not have a sense of purpose, you know what I mean? So like having that feeling of like,
Just
oh my
accomplishment.
God, like
Yeah.
yeah, like I have something to show for it. And not that like I need something to show for it, but also like I'm gonna frame the shit out of that. It might go in my living room, you know, right
You
above the
should. You
TV.
deserve to. I think I've
um,
lost all of mine.
I'm gonna cherish this thing until the day I die.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't like walk the stage or whatever for their associates. I'm gonna trot. I'm gonna trot my stuff across that
You
stage.
deserve it.
I'm gonna invite all my friends. Y'all are all invited.
We'll have it recorded. Don't worry, guys.
Oh, I got a little surprise for you guys. We got GoPros.
Yeah.
So we're recording this episode. It's actually going to be posted after the one that we're going to record this week.
Yes.
So by the time this is out, you will have seen the episode. But we don't know what's going to happen yet. So we went skiing, snowboarding, and had GoPros. So
I imagine a lot of falling.
yes, yeah,
A lot of screaming.
mm-hmm. I wonder if okay, you want to do like a prediction and then we can like
Oh,
the
yeah,
next
yeah,
episode.
yeah.
So I think I'm gonna be a prodigy. I'm gonna snowboard. Rosa is skiing. So I'm
This would be your first time, right?
correct. Yeah. I'm gonna be a prodigy. I'm going to be the best there ever has been. I'm gonna go out there. I might fall a couple times until I get my bearings. Then I'm gonna be really good at it, and then I'm going to go off like a jump, and then I'm gonna do like a cool spin, and there's gonna be like an Olympic coach there
And they're
that
gonna
just
scout you.
happens to see me,
Yep.
and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you need to come to the Olympics, like come train with me." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, okay, screw being a paramedic." Um, yeah, that's my prediction.
What's your prediction for Ben?
I think he's gonna hate it.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he's able to find some fun in it.
I think he might enjoy the snowboarding part. What I don't think he's going to enjoy is the ski lift.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that. But, like,
I
that's such a
actually,
very minuscule part, a very tiny
yeah,
part of the trip.
I think he's going to enjoy tubing more than snowboarding.
Yeah. Guys, they got like all of their snow gear and they were like sending me pictures
Oh
of
my gosh,
it. They
we're
were
so
excited.
ready. We got a little goggles.
And
We
this
got
whole
the
thing was my idea
coveralls.
because
I know.
I've been
You've
going.
been asking me for a while.
Yeah, I've been asking her for a while because I've been
Hmm.
going skiing like once a season for like the past 3 years or
Around
so.
this time, yeah.
Around this time every
Hmm.
year. And it's usually only for like one short trip, so like I'm not gonna toot my own horn and be like I'm the best because I'm not. I'm gonna go out there. I'm gonna fall a couple times.
Yeah.
We're gonna hang out on a little. I think they call it the potato patch. It's like the little kitty, the bunny slope. They call it a potato patch. Isn't that cute?
No. I love
They
that.
call it the potato patch out there. So we're gonna go out there, get our bearings straight, and I have a feeling we're gonna be spending a lot of time out there on the bunny slope.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I also predict I'm gonna be sore as shit the next day.
Oh, you will be.
I know. I
Humbled.
already know I'm gonna be
You'll
sore.
be humbled by this experience. You're gonna be like, wow.
Yeah.
Next day, you're gonna be like, wow. I feel like I got hit by a
A
truck.
buck. I was gonna say bus, and then you said truck, and it really threw me off. Got hit by a buck. Oh my god.
I love that.
We're gonna be there for 4 days, so Sunday to Wednesday. So I'm glad that we're going like during the week,
Yeah.
so that hopefully there'll be less people.
And the lift tickets are a lot cheaper during the week too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So me and Ben at least plan on going snowboarding Monday. So Tuesday we can either decide if we want to go back or if we don't want to go back. So, and then Wednesday obviously travel back, but
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have a good time though.
I think you guys will too.
The one thing I really hope does not happen is broken bones.
No broken bones. You'll be okay. We're not doing anything crazy.
We'll see.
Unless you try to do some
Jumps, maybe. Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm really excited about the GoPros.
The GoPros are going to be really fun. We're going to take a lot of vlogging opportunities,
Yes.
take pictures.
We are that is one thing. Oh, that could be a New Year's resolution. We're going to try vlogging this year.
Yeah.
We didn't really do any vlogs
well, I
the
think
first
it was more
season.
important to like get this down
Absolutely.
first, and then we can do vlogging and then work on voiceovers and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah. So now that we have the GoPros, we're going to do more fun things. I think I really want to do a Target run with our GoPros. I think
Sounds like a dangerous idea,
but I think it would be hilarious, especially like the looks that we would get if we had little fucking GoPros on our foreheads.
Oh my god!
Come on, come on. I think the looks alone would be funny.
Everyone's gonna be like, "What?"
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I look forward to the vlogs. Those won't be able to post on like Acast with Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. That will be more like TikTok, Instagram,
Yeah,
YouTube.
for more visual content. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm sure that those wouldn't really make much sense.
Yeah, and we already have like a lot of like vlogging ideas already.
Yeah.
So that'll be really fun too.
I think we had a lot of fun last year, but I think now that we've figured the technical shit out, we can actually really start having some fun.
Yeah.
So, I'm super excited. So, I think, do you have anything else?
No, I think that really just sort of wraps up this New Year's episode. Just kind of coming back into 2024, like with our goals and our plans and all the fun things that we have planned out, with the goals for this podcast, the goals for ourselves, goals for just life in general.
Surviving.
Yeah. And, we came in strong with a little game and had a little therapeutic session.
You can skip over that part if you need to. That was more me and her.
Well, because we work at the same place.
Same. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
She keeps following me.
I did.
It's fine.
Oh, like you're upset about it.
I'm not.
No, sometimes she'll come to the unit and be like, hi.
I'll like ask, where's Rosa? And they're just like, is everything okay? Yeah, no, it's fine. She's my friend. I just want my friend. But I'm super excited to see what this year has in store for us.
Mm.
And we have a shit ton of ideas, so it'll
Yeah.
be a good one.
I think this will be really, really a good year for us.
Yeah. New year, new me.
I'm
No,
working on it.
new year, new podcast.
New year, new podcast. Yeah.
Same podcast, just better. All right, guys. So we shall see you next time on.
Last brain cell.
Thank you for listening. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
And share the love.
Okay, bye.
We'll see you next time. Bye.